Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's head outside and take a quick look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And this kind of sums up our day, really. We started off with lots of sunshine, clouds moved in this afternoon, and then about mid-afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun as we look down at the valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Snow, about an inch of it last night, and we've got more on the way as we move into Friday night and into Saturday. A lot of snow could accumulate on our area passes. In fact, Snoqualmie Pass could pick up 6 to 10 inches of snow by Saturday night, and Stephen Pass even more, about 8 to 12 inches of snow. And we will talk more about this incoming storm system a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The Board of Chelan County Commissioners on Monday adopted a balanced budget for 2022. Speaking of budgets, the new $100 million budget for the Douglas County PUD includes new rate structures for some power-heavy users. And school districts from throughout the region say fake social media accounts are being set up and used for posting photos of students and staff without their consent. But first, our top story tonight. 7 more deaths in November and December bring the total number of COVID-19 fatalities in the Wenatchee Valley to 149. The Chelan Douglas Health District says all 7 involved patients who were unvaccinated. 3 of the 7 were Chelan County residents in their 70s. The remainder lived in Douglas County and ranged in age from their 40s to their 70s. Health officials continue to recommend vaccination, masking, and social distancing as the best measures against the disease. The Board of Chelan County Commissioners on Monday adopted a balanced budget for 2022. Revenues next year are projected to be $46.5 million, with projected expenditures at $49.7 million. This means the county may need to dip into its general fund to bridge that gap between expenditures and revenues. Commissioners made a similar decision last year and were prepared to use money from the general fund to balance the 2021 budget. Since October, commissioners have been working with departments to reduce projected 2022 expenditures. Well, speaking of budgets, the new $100 million budget for the Douglas County PUD includes new rate structure for some power-heavy users. The budget approved by commissioners on Monday features a 3% increase in the kilowatt per hour charge for the 2 highest usage tiers of PUD customer. Data centers will pay 5% more for every kilowatt hour over 25,000 starting January 1st, and cryptocurrency users will pay 10% more. Even so, the PUD expects to have about $35 million less in working capital than it had on hand this year. School districts from throughout the region say fake social media accounts are being set up and used for posting photos of students and staff without their consent. In addition, such fake accounts have been tied to threats against schools and students in Wenatchee, Quincy, Grand Coulee Dam, and Moses Lake school districts. The fake Instagram and Snapchat accounts use school district logos or school names. The Wenatchee School District said the accounts are being used to bully, intimidate, and harass students and staff. The district said the fake accounts have been reported to Instagram and local law enforcement in some cases. The Wenatchee and Quincy districts both released statements Wednesday asking parents to monitor their child's social media use and talk with them about the proper use of such accounts. Coming up next, the Forest Service and Washington State Patrol are warning motorists that when a mountain pass is closed, trying to get around that closure on a Forest Service road is a very bad idea. We'll bring you part 2 of our tour of the new Chelan County PUD facility at Old Station. And 10-time Grammy Award-winning band The Manhattan Transfer will be the headline performer at the 2022 Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve. The right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Happy holidays from your friends at Wenatchee Power Sports. Come in today and check out our inventory of Polaris snowmobiles, accessories, and apparel. We also carry a large selection of snow gear from FXR, Climb, BCA, and more. The entire Wenatchee Power Sports team is dedicated to keeping our inventory stocked as we continue to provide a level of customer service that's second to none. From dirt bikes and utility vehicles to snowmobiles and watercraft, we have you covered for every season. Your adventure begins here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
A new novel is now available at Amazon.com. The title, Lost Treasure of the China Bar, details life on the Columbia River and Plateau during the 1800s. You ask, is the treasure still buried somewhere near Chelan? Find out by reading Lost Treasure of the China Bar.
Lost Treasure of the China Bar. Buy it on Amazon.com. $12.99 for paperback, $2.99 for Kindle. A great gift.
Welcome back. In another news, the Forest Service and Washington State Patrol are warning motorists that when a mountain pass is closed, trying to get around that closure on a Forest Service road is a very bad idea. Trooper John Bryant said over the years he's had to remind many drivers of that on Snoqualmie Pass. The U.S. Forest Service adds that most of those mountain roads are not plowed, and thinking they'll make a nice shortcut is not likely to end well. The Washington State Department of Transportation said that as of Monday, Snoqualmie Pass had received 98 inches of snow, which is the second most this early in the season over the past 10 years. Well, on Tuesday, we showed you some of the work going on at the Chelan County PUD's new service center in Old Station. Today, in part 2 of his report, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz continues his tour with PUD Facilities Manager Dan Fraser. Fraser shows where some of the offices will be, talks about the odd coloring currently on the building, and whether the $140 million project is on time and on budget.
These stairs, and they would come right here for sign in for new service. There'll be a desk here,
right?
And then customer service engineering would be right behind, so they're available to come out here.
Okay.
But it's all part of the the lobby overall itself. The other thing with this floor, if you'll notice that on the outside is all the cubicles on the window walls, and the inboard is where the offices are. So we wanted to get maximum light into the building. It's a very long, kind of narrow building to get maximum light into it. And by keeping the offices inboard and not on the walls, we're not blocking that sunlight for everybody else. The bright green, that the first thing that people saw when we started to frame in the building is a sheathing, and it's just it's a U.S. gypsum product. It's just it's the exterior sheathing, but it's actually inside the wall system. They go in and they seal that all up, they tape it all up, and then what the teal blue is actually a fluid applied membrane. It's a waterproofing system that goes in between the exterior masonry wall and the interior of the building. So if anything does get through that exterior, it has a membrane that keeps everything going down. So the windows are being installed now outside that membrane, and so we'll actually have the building dried in, so to speak, here before too late in the winter, hopefully. But then they'll start to see the masonry exterior. So there'll be a precast ledger put in, and then the windows are put on that. And then sometime this winter, early spring, we'll start to see masonry go up in sections around the building. As most of us have noticed, we've been in a pandemic for most of this construction, in fact, all of this construction project. So we've had a little bit of difficulty there. And I know a lot of people have heard about supply chain difficulties. So some of the parts of this building, in fact, the bar joists at the top there were delayed months and months, and so there have been some delays related to that. So we are slightly off our schedule, but within kind of the buffer of the move-in date that we established. We're on budget at this point. We're within the overall project budget. It's early though. We're still coming out of the ground, so there's things yet to be seen. We have found a few things, obviously, that weren't anticipated, and those come at a cost. But this project had a pretty good contingency. We knew that this is a major undertaking, and so we're going to find things that kind of move us the budget and schedule. But it's all been manageable.
And as we head to break, 10-time Grammy award-winning band The Manhattan Transfer will be the headline performer at the 2022 Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival. The 4-day festival begins May 19th and features 50 shows at 14 wineries and venues throughout Lake Chelan area. A legendary jazz and vocal quartet, the Manhattan Transfer, has been performing for almost 50 years and has been nominated for a total of 20 Grammy Awards. Tickets for the Lake Chelan Wine and Jazz Festival can be purchased at chelanwinejazz.com. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's featured story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Campfire North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Each week, NCWLIFE's Rachel Mandelis introduces us to a new pet available for adoption at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. This week, meet Izzy.
This week on Pause for Pets, we meet a sweet, older cat named Izzy.
Hi everyone, I'm Haley and I'm with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society as an animal care tech. And with me this week is Izzy. Izzy is a 8-year-old cat who came to us as an owner surrender. Her owner previously described her as the cat that will like to live in your closet because she doesn't like to come out. And true to form, that's how she is. This is her safe spot, and we don't really see her out and about much during the day. She's a quiet girl, likes attention on her terms. She really likes these squeezy tubes that have cat treats in it. That's how we're rewarding her good behavior for coming out and socializing. Otherwise, she just prefers to be by herself and do everything on her own terms. When she does want to socialize, she can come out and sit on your lap, and she will let you pet her. And for some certain volunteers, she'll even let them pet her stomach after they're done brushing her. Everything, though, is a slow process. She's slow to build trust with people, but once she does, she's a really sweet girl. If you're interested in meeting with Izzy here, you can come on down to our shelter. We're open 7 days a week. We're open from 11 to 6, and we are closed 1:30 to 2:30 for quiet time.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Thursday was a good one. Really no complaints weather-wise. We had lots of sun this morning. Clouds rolled in this afternoon, but not a very good chance that we'll see any sort of precipitation. Maybe some mountain light snow showers, and we did see a little bit of that this afternoon as this shot came to us from our Wenatchee Heights cross camera looking down at the Wenatchee Valley. And as far as high temperatures go today, right where we should be for this time of year, unofficially at 33 degrees, so really not that warm today, but started off at 18, so it was a little bit chilly. 24 is our normal low, and our record low, it was a cold one back in 1964, 11 degrees below zero. I mentioned at the start of the newscast, we did pick up about another inch of snow at the airport last night, a trace of moisture in that. That now gets us to 6.8 inches of snow for this season, which goes from October 1st to April 1st. Sunrise 7:42, sunset this afternoon at 4:11. Let's take a look now at what we can expect for our Friday. Yeah, lots of sports action going on around the area and a lot of folks traveling on the roads. It doesn't look too bad for tomorrow. Temperatures will remain on the cool side. 32 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 31 Quincy, 30 for the high temperature in Wenatchee tomorrow. A very chilly 23 in Lake Wenatchee, and up in the Omak, Tenasket, Okanagan area, you'll be cool tomorrow as well with a high temperature of 28 degrees. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies, patchy fog, bit of a high pressure ridge holding on for at least another day and a half. It's going to get chilly overnight tonight too, with low temperatures around the 20 degree mark, and boy, lots of cold air sliding all the way down into Arizona from the north. That'll keep us chilly for Friday too, with mostly cloudy skies. Here's our next round of moisture. There's 3 areas of low pressure that we're keeping our eye on. And as we move through the day on Friday, this is Friday evening, and then Saturday, oh boy, we're going to get it. 6 a.m. snow will be falling. It could be mixed with rain. By 2 p.m., maybe a bit of a break, and then wave number 2 moves in for Saturday night. This is about 10 p.m. where the whole state inundated with a rain-snow mix. So get ready for that. Sunday, still not going to be out of it yet. Some morning snow and rain not out of the question. It will warm up too with more of a southwesterly flow. We're going to see highs Sunday into the upper 30s, so it should be decent temperature-wise. And then Monday, this area of low pressure just not going anywhere. 60% chance of snow. Could also be a rain-snow mix, mainly because we'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. For Tuesday, that'll be our break day. The area of low pressure will kind of take a break on us. Dry conditions, mostly sunny, and that'll be nice by Tuesday, with highs again in the mid to upper 30s. And then by Wednesday, once again, more shower activity. This time, the area of low pressure just to our north, and that's going to bring more of a westerly flow our way. 50% chance of rain and snow, with high temperatures on Wednesday in the mid-30s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 19 overnight tonight, so it's going to be a chilly start to the day tomorrow. Not going to warm up all that much either. 30 for a high temperature. Remember, between Friday night and Saturday, snow will develop, and we're going to see all kinds of a moisture mix on Saturday with a high of 34. Morning snow on Sunday and 38, and then once again a good chance of precipitation on Monday. Could be a rain-snow mix with 37 our high. A break from the wet stuff on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies and 37. And then as we get into the end of our forecast, we're not out of it yet. Mostly cloudy skies, a 50% chance of a rain-snow mix. High on Wednesday of 36 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. Well, it's the second time Seattle has faced Anaheim, and for the second time, the Ducks came out on top of the Kraken in NHL play. Home team raced out to a 2-0 lead in the first period and held on for the 4-1 victory. Ryan Donato, the only Kraken player to score for Seattle, as their record dropped to 10-16-3 on the season. Well, the Wenatchee Wild are back home in BCHL play coming up tonight. Wenatchee's hoping to extend its 2-game winning streak as it welcomes Merritt to the Town Toyota Center. They'll drop the puck tonight at 6 o'clock. Merritt will stay for a couple more games, 7:05 tomorrow and 6 o'clock on Saturday. Well, yesterday was National Signing Day for college football recruits. Cashmere's All-State two-way lineman Cole Scott gathered with family and friends and coaches to sign to play at Washington State University.
Sweet. Solid. Yeah. Solid. All my coaches, teammates, all you guys, thank you a ton, because I wouldn't be standing here right now if it wasn't for you guys, for all your love and support, just the camaraderie and the brotherhood on the football field and off the football field. I love you guys. I'd like to thank my parents, my mom and my dad, for always supporting me. Like you said, maybe even when I was a little chubby. For always sticking with me and having my back through everything. Tessie, I don't know. Love you, thank you. Yeah, I'd love to thank Brem. Don't stand up yet. I'd love to thank Brem. Brem's done a ton of things for me through my 4 years playing for him here. Like I've said before, whether it was on the football field or off the football field, Brem's been great, and I couldn't say anything more. Thank you, Brem. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys. Thank the coaches again. Yeah. Go Cougs. Yeah. Solid. All right.
Scott had considered going to Eastern Washington, where he has a long family history of being an Eagle, before choosing Washington State. His Cashmere coach, Brian Bremer, says this is a good story of a small-town kid getting a chance.
I've been around recruiting at my former employer and being around this scene, and obviously this one's a little bit different, being my guy and being on the other end of it, and I just see how sweet it is, and he deserves this opportunity, just the natural leader that he is. But, score one up for the good guys is what I say, because I think that's the opportunity that he deserves.
Cole says he'll be headed for Pullman right after graduation, where he'll compete as a defensive tackle. How about that? Well, the Seahawks are preparing for the Rams this week amid COVID outbreak in the NFL. The Los Angeles Rams have 16 players, including Jalen Ramsey and Odell Beckham Jr. on the COVID reserve list. Just today, the Seahawks announced that Tyler Lockett and Alex Collins have also been placed on the COVID reserve list. First Seattle player since Gerald Everett missed a couple of games back in October. Seahawks are the only team in the league that tests players twice a week, and Coach Carroll says it's about protecting everyone involved.
The reason was if somebody was exposed on the weekend, when we can lose a little bit of control of guys, we're not in the building together throughout, that the Monday test would not encompass something that happened on Saturday or even Friday night, possibly. And so to protect ourselves against what could have happened on the weekend when we are more vulnerable is to try to catch it again on Wednesday, and so that's why we did it. And so a guy could test positive, check it, could test negative on Monday and be positive on Wednesday. It could be. And so we tried to prevent any issues with that.
Veterans like linebacker Bobby Wagner continue to carry the message to fellow players that it's an important responsibility to protect each other.
I think it's just one of those things similar to Thanksgiving. You know, as you get closer to holiday season, you get closer to wanting to be with family. You know, understanding that you're still in your work and your line of work is also protecting your family and protecting the people in this building. So if you have to take extra precautions to do that, I think it's important for everybody to do that. Obviously, watching what's going on around the league, and I think it's one of those things where you have to remind guys that, you know, even if you're in a place where you don't have to wear a mask, like, it's probably best for you, your safety, and the people around you to just wear it. You know, if you're going to dinner, it's only an hour. It's not like it's going to, you know, kill you. So it's just one of those things. I think it's going to come down to who's going to be the most disciplined towards the end of the season, because obviously you're seeing the teams that aren't taking it serious, it could affect you.
Seattle and Los Angeles kick off at SoFi Stadium Sunday at 1:25 on Fox. Not sure if Tyler Lockett or Alex Collins will be available for that one. Well, Washington State stumbled at home last night in men's college basketball, falling to New Mexico State 64-61 the final. Cougars squandered a 13-point halftime lead, and Coach Kyle Smith says poor shooting and turnovers were key to the loss.
Yeah, really another tough, close loss for us. I hope that's not becoming a habit. But hat tip to New Mexico State. They were the tougher team, especially second half. They really rallied and kept competing, and we played a little tentatively. And also, it's amazing that we're in the game shooting 33% from the field and 30 from the three. That's tough to beat anybody with 17 turnovers. So obviously have some improvements to make.
Michael Flowers led the Cougars with 15 points. Eastern Washington had no trouble knocking off Multnomah 95-56 the final. Angela Allegre led 4 players in double figures with 23. Mason Landeck chipped in 15 for the Eagles. Here's what's on tap tonight in prep sports, starting with girls basketball. Cascade hosts Omak, while Cashmere visits Quincy. At 6 o'clock, it's Liberty Bell at Lake Roosevelt, while Cascade Christian hosts Moses Lake Christian. Turning to the boys' schedule, well, it looks the same as the girls, just different start times. Omak's at Cascade, while Quincy hosts Cashmere at 7:15. 7:30, Liberty Bell, Lake Roosevelt, and Moses Lake Christian visiting Cascade Christian. And on the wrestling mats tonight, Caribou Trail League gathering in Omak, where the Pioneers host Chelan and Cascade. Ephrata is visiting at Ellensburg at 7. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
And finally tonight, from a distance, it may have looked like Santa Claus was getting in some chimney practice Sunday, but the jolly guy was just actually just checking out the turret at Wells House on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. Santa was at the Wells House to pose with pets as part of a fundraiser for the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Of course, this weekend is the weekend before Christmas, and it's been a long time since Randy Smith paid a visit to this program. We affectionately refer to him as the cross guy. It was his epiphany many, many years ago to put the cross up that we are so used to here in the Wenatchee Valley, at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights. He'll talk about the cross and the website that you can be a part of. Randy Smith, the cross guy, will be our guest on a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, plus your weekend weather forecast and everything else you need to start your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Graham, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that is going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Join us each week as the NCW Tech Alliance team networks with individuals driving change in technology, entrepreneurship, and STEM education. Their nonprofit mission is to connect people and technology resources to create a thriving community. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCWLIFE channel.